In my book, The Tactical Folding Knife, I talked about how holding the work securely is 50% of the job. And in order to do that, over the years, I've built myself a whole series of jigs, fixtures, and special tools that not only help me make accurate cuts, but also repeatable cuts if I'm doing many of the same parts. I'd like to go over some of those with you today. I'm not going to be demonstrating them because they're going to be demonstrated in subsequent videos of different jobs that we'll be doing, like lock face grinding, bolsters, grinding blades, and so forth. So I'm not going to demonstrate, I'm just going to show what they are and give some details on how I built them and what I used to build them. The materials basically that I use for my jigs and fixtures are threefold. Blocks of micarta, which really comes in handy because it's easy to cut, drill, tap. It's very stable. Comes in different colors, but that doesn't really have any importance. And for the metallic parts, I use cast iron angle plates and cast iron V-blocks. I use a bunch of these. They're relatively inexpensive. Cast iron, or gray iron as it's sometimes called, is very easy to work with, drill, tapping, and so forth. It's stable, and generally speaking, even the less expensive varieties that you can get on eBay or Amazon or Travers Tool, MSC, and so forth, they're relatively inexpensive and they're accurate enough. They're within 1/1000th of an inch in terms of flatness and angles and perpendicular. So I'd like to start off with, let me move these out of the way, make a little room. I'd like to start off with bolsters. And this is a fixture that I made for the milling machine to do a dovetail cut on bolsters. Now, a dovetail cut is a 30-degree angle, and that's the way I like to do my bolsters rather than flat square edges. And what I have is a plate up at the top that's movable up and down. And when it's in the up position, I can put the two bolsters, these are the two bolsters, left and right, do them both at the same time. I can move them up, and then when they're perfectly touching the plate at the top, I can tighten these bolts and lock the bolsters into the fixture. Then I'll move that out of the way, and the bolsters are now exposed. Remember, this is sitting on the milling machine. And then I'll use a square end mill. This happens to be carbide, and just run it slowly right across the bolsters and back, and just coming down maybe 10/1000ths at a time until I get the complete surface of a dovetail.